Kia ora koutou, thank you so much for stopping by and exploring how we can integrate Keynote to support our literacy program. Thank you also if you joined us for the APL live session where we looked at integrating freeform, notes and Keynote to support literacy and learning. Remember, with freeform, this is a great tool where we can use drawing shapes, links, stickies and more to collaborate with others, brainstorm ideas, and form some very cool boards that support learning. We looked at some examples around senses, using shapes to practice our fast or heart words, forming sentences, as well as pulling through digital drawings and describing these with adjectives. We then moved on to exploring notes. In notes, we learned all about sloths, finding out some amazing facts and information. From here, we triple tapped to select our sentence. This brought up our floating menu where we could go across to speak and have our sentence read back to us. We also quickly explored the drawing tools, using these to help consolidate key ideas, whether this is for reading comprehension or to support pre-writing. This is also fantastic to pull in sketch notes and start to brainstorm and map out ideas, or to use as a journal of facts, especially if you're going on a trip to the zoo. Today we're going to focus on Keynote. Let's jump out of notes and into Keynote and have a look at the activity we're going to explore. An ear-piercing scream sprung from her mouth. A small warm tear softly rolled down her cheek. What an exciting and captivating way to use Keynote to support your literacy program. As we go through this workflow today, I encourage you to think about ways you can use freeform, notes, camera, photos, or Keynote to support activities around reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Within Keynote especially today, we'll look at how we can use photos, record our voice with audio, as well as adding shapes. There are endless opportunities, including using your Apple Pencil and drawing to support letter formation, writing sentences, building fine motor skills, adding details to drawing, and so much more. Let's start by thinking about using camera. The first part of this activity involves students taking a photo expressing emotions. Think about the emotions you might be learning about as part of a story for oral language or as part of your PB4L or values focuses. Here, encourage students to take photos showing different emotions. In this particular example, I've taken a photo side on so that the words and the text that I add look as though they're coming out of my mouth or from the side of my picture. You can flip the picture and change the direction. To show you how I edited the picture, let's jump into photos. Tap on the photo that you've taken. From here, you'll come up to edit, and if you need to, you can crop and adjust and choose a filter that suits. Today we're just quickly going to explore filters. I'll tap on filters and scroll down and find a filter that suits. For this particular activity, I think the black and white filters work particularly well. I'm going to press done, and now this filter has been applied and saved to my photos library. Let's get started in Keynote. To find Keynote, swipe down from the middle of your iPad. From here, you can use the spotlight to search for apps. This is really handy when checking to see if certain apps are on your iPad or device. If not, no stress. Keynote is free and part of the Apple ecosystem. You can simply download this app from the App Store. Let's open Keynote. From here, we'll go up to plus. We'll tap, choose a theme, and then choose a basic presentation. You can choose whatever base you like. From here, I want to delete my text box. I'm going to go up to the formatting paintbrush, choose layout, and scroll down and find blank. You could also tap and delete your text boxes or leave one to use for later. Now that I've got my blank Keynote slide, I want to add my photo. To do this, I'm going to go up to the media menu. From here, I'll choose photo or video, and then I can scroll down and find the photo I wish to add. I tap on the photo and tap to bring up the floating menu. When I tap across, I can see the option to remove background. I tap remove background and press done. Now I can see my image and place this where I want on my slide. To flip the image, make sure the handles show that your image is selected. Go up to the format paintbrush, and from here, in the menu arrange, you'll see flip horizontally. You can choose which way your picture faces to suit. For example, I can flip and change the direction. To lock your picture in place, first position your picture where you'd like it to go. From here, tap on the formatting paintbrush and choose lock at the bottom of the arrange menu. This will lock your picture in place. Now we need to think about adding text. I encourage you to add a blank slide, or you could do this in freeform or notes. Use this with your stylus to start to brainstorm words around how the person is feeling. What adjectives could you use to describe this emotion? What ideas do you have around your sentence? This is where we could start to map out how we use show, don't tell. Let's move on from here and start to add our text. To add text, go up to shapes. When you tap on shapes, you need to find the basic menu. This is next to the search magnifying glass. I can see basic, and then just below this is text. I tap on text and I can see my text box has been added. From here, I want to format the text. I go up to the formatting paintbrush. I tap on the size. I tap on the number 48, and today I'm going to change it to 80. I tap in 80, I go back to text, and from here I can choose the font. When I'm looking for a font, I want to think about the emotion I'm conveying and something that matches the type of emotion. I'm going to find something that is soft and floaty and have a look at what works best. Great, I can come back into my formatting paintbrush at any time to edit the size and the formatting of the text. I tap to the side to remove the menu, and now I can add my sentence. I double tap on the text, and from here I can use dictation or I can start to type in my sentence. Great, I've added my sentence. A small warm tear softly rolled down her cheek. To format the sentence for impact, I want to select the parts of the sentence, cut and paste them, and format them accordingly. Let's have a look at this together now. I double tap and then drag the handles for my word that I'm going to emphasize. You could also double tap and just select the word straight away like this. From here, I'm going to press cut. Then I'll tap away to the right. I'll tap again and press paste. I'll double tap back on my sentence, and then I'll select the next part of the sentence. Again, I press cut. I tap away. I tap again and press paste. Now I can see the parts of my sentence. A small warm tear softly rolled down her cheek. From here I can put emphasis on the word tear. I select the word, go up to my formatting paintbrush, and from here I can change the size to make the word stand out. This particular font is also quite thin. I could apply bold or I could choose another font that has more thickness to the letters. This will show the effect that I'm about to use next better. I'm going to show you using Impact. I'm going to go back, and in the text menu, I'm going to go into text color. From here, I'll go across to image, change image, choose photo, and from here I'll select a texture and fill that matches the descriptive word I'm using. You can get really creative with this, using digital drawings, taking photos of different textures and colors. I'm going to tap on my picture, and from here I can see the texture has been added to the word. This is really effective and such a great way to emphasize keywords within text. Now let's pause and have a look at how we can add animations to finish off as well as recording our voice. Thinking about our activity of show don't tell, this sentence is definitely much more inspiring than Emma felt sad. Let's start to think about how we can animate the sentence. First, tap on the text. From here, tap across on your floating menu. Choose Animate, and then you'll see the options come up to add a build-in, action, and build-out. The build-in is how the text appears, action is what the text does, and build-out will make the text disappear. If you don't want your picture or object or text that you're animating to disappear, you can leave the build-out off. For this example, we're just going to simply add a build-in. I'm going to tap on build-in, and from here I'll choose keyboard. You can have fun exploring the range of different animations within this menu. There are so many great animations to choose from that create different effects. I'm going to tap on the word tier now and go to add build-in. For this particular effect, I'm going to choose blur. Great. Now I'm going to tap on the last part of my sentence, add build-in, and choose keyboard again. To play the animation back, I go up to play and I tap. Each time I tap, the animations I have added will appear in the order that I've added them. You can edit the speed, duration, and order of these animations within this menu in the top right corner. This is the build order. For now, I'm going to press done. Fantastic. I've animated my words. Now I want to read my sentence. I'm going to go up to the media button. I'm going to tap record audio. And from here I can press record and read my sentence with expression. A small, warm tear softly rolled down her cheek. When you're finished, press stop. You can preview and edit and insert once you're happy. You'll notice in the animation menu, you can choose when your audio plays, or you can simply tap the audio to listen. Fantastic. This is such a rich literacy activity to add in to follow-up learning or your literacy program to support the writing process. Remember, you can animate images, text, and the shapes that you add. Let's go up to shapes, go to search, and type in tear. From here I can tap on the teardrop, drag the tear over. I can tap on my tear, go up to the formatting paintbrush, choose style, go into fill, and use that same image texture for the fill of my tear. I choose change image, choose photo, and select the texture. I can make the tear bigger or smaller by dragging the handles. I can also tap, go across, and choose animate. From here, I can add build-in and actions to make the tear fall softly down the cheek. This is a great way to add additional detail to your animation. There are so many effects and details you can add here. I can go up to my build order menu, and from here I can drag my audio recording to the start or choose when I want each animation to happen. Remember, you can also tap on the animation in the menu and select how to change the duration and length. You can play these back and test them out, and when you're happy, go up to done. From here, we want to export our project. We're going to go up to our presentation name. If you haven't, rename your project so you can find it easily later. We're going to choose Export. And from here, we want to export our project as a movie. You'll see there are lots of different options to choose how you export your Keynote projects. I also love creating GIFs. I'm going to tap on Movie, and for this particular project, I just want the slide range to be the one slide. Slide 1 to 1. I go back to Movie Options and press Export. From here, this will create my movie. I save to the camera roll, pressing Save Video, and from here I can share my project and the digital outcome I've created. This makes it easy to celebrate and share the examples I've created. I could also share this Keynote as a template for other teachers to use as a base with their students. A small warm tear softly rolled down her cheek. Ngā mihi nui koutou. Thank you so much for joining me and working through this learning. I can't wait to see what you create next.